It's the United States versus Great Britain. Diesel the Bachmann engine versus Diesel the Hornby engine. Which of these top-rated toy trains in the USA and UK will win in this evil review, with tests on style, strength and sheer power. First impressions are important. Here's the Hornby Devious Diesel. Moving on to the Bachmann diesel model, we find it absolutely festooned with detail. It has rivets, grills, doors, handrails, ladders, oil and diesel filler caps, neat representations of the electric lighting arrangement on the character diesel, and wonderfully moulded representations of the spring arrangements over the wheels. The big positive from the Bachmann model lies in its depiction of Diesel's rather prominent outside framed wheel sets. It is sublimely done. The extended cranks are robust and run very well. The buffers are a welcome redesign, although they are still too flimsy for my liking compared with the rest of the tough plastic detail of this exquisite toy. The cab is not modelled because it hides the mechanism underneath, understandably. There are just 2 points of contention with this model. The first refers to the silver coupling rods. These have been painted black in recent years on the television series, and they're not exactly difficult to paint if you are bothered. I'd recommend a gloss black enamel to match the rest of the model. The other point of contention regards the face. Now, a lot of people on YouTube, on fan forums and on blogs have gone back and forth. It's a CGI era face, what did you expect, and various moans of exasperation over different points of view. But let's be honest, people, is this the face of a villain? It's just too nice. Sticking to the current incarnation of Diesel is fine, but let's not pretend any longer that Diesel is anything other than a poor, misunderstood young castaway with a heart of gold. I mean, he actually wants to help children in the latest series of Thomas and Friends. Ask yourselves, is this the face of a villain? Hornby Diesel, on the other hand, is the rock and roll, creepy child snatcher-esque evil villain. You don't want him rolling around your yards with that insanely scary expression haunting the rails. Let's not forget that the Hornby Diesel is actually a rehash of the original Triang R152 shunter. Yes, he really is that old, a 1950s model with a 21st century electric train mechanism, shared with the Hornby Thomas, Duck and their discontinued Iron Harry and Burt models. One clearly likes delivering flowers, ponies and presents to the children of Sodor, the other wants to headbutt kids off the side of cruise ships in a gigantic Zinedine Zidane style mental rage. If you want a villain which runs reasonably well, buy the Hornby model. If you want a model which is almost perfect, but likes pink fluffy kittens and getting his buffers manicured, buy the sissy Bachmann diesel. Now we move on to the test of strength. In the haulage capacity test, each model has to pull a train of coaches, the standard coach being used for this test, the ubiquitous Hornby Mark I coach. The weight of one Hornby Mark I coach is 5 ounces, roughly 140 grams. The winner is the engine that pulls the heaviest load. Bachmann diesel weighed 6.3 ounces, roughly 180 grams, whereas the Hornby diesel weighed 4.2 ounces, roughly 120 grams. It was a dead heat. The Bachmann diesel can pull 11 coaches without slipping, as can the Hornby diesel, which pulled the same 11 coach train with ease, mirroring the Hornby Thomas with traction tyres. The next test was the tug of war. The tug of war utilises a specially made double track line, where 2 locos will pull and push against each other to see which is stronger. This track has been wired up to allow the models to run on 16 volts together at the same time. It was a surprisingly close match, far too close to call. Whenever you thought one was gaining ground, the other would claw it back. The 2 models were pretty much equal in their power distribution. Now for the final test, a test of speed. The time trial test consists of a race around the Copley Hill circuit, a generic train set oval. Each model will be timed speeding around the Copley Hill circuit, the winner putting in the fastest time. Here's a montage of the 2 models doing their laps. I mean, I know diesel shunters are slow, that's a given, but the Bachmann Diesel is the slowest model we've ever had round the Copley Hill circuit. Hornby's Devious alternative is much faster. We move on now to the recommended retail price of the two models for 2011. The recommended retail price for the Bachmann Diesel is $77. The Hornby Diesel model seems to have been discontinued, but when all is said and done, if you want a model of the character Diesel, there's absolutely no contest. You need the Bachmann Diesel. It's nigh on perfect. If you want a villain that will scare you at night, buy the Hornby one, but don't come crying to me if it ends up headbutting you off the side of a cruise ship. The Bachmann Diesel is yet another contender for best model in the two ranges. In the last episode, Team Thomas won after the Scottish twins crashed into a signal box. Can Team Thomas win against the Diesels? It's Team Thomas versus Team Evil. Wait, hang on a moment. Why haven't the Diesels moved into position? Hey, you two, what's going on? Team Thomas is waiting to go, you know. What's that device you have there? And where does that wire go to? Oh, hang on. Oh, no, oh dear, oh my. Diesels, what have you got planned? Team Thomas has been blown up. Team Evil wins! So on that bombshell, it's time to end. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the new year.